Hello, hello. That intro looked like fireworks, so I hope you had a fabulous 4th of July if you're in the US, and you had a great holiday with family and friends, and now you're busy on your week getting going towards your goals. So I'm Dr. Shelley Nash. I'm an elite level mindset coach. I help high achieving women to unlock their genius, 10x their income, and claim the success that they want and deserve. So you are either with us in Living Powerfully community or on YouTube, and I just wanted to welcome you to the Tuesday Live topic today. It took 48 years. I thought this was such a great topic. So my mentor for the last 4-5 years has been Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor actually turned 87 years old, young, yesterday, and is still going strong. So this is such an appropriate topic because it's about how long it took him to reach a goal that he set back in 1973. And I will remember 1973 forever, because it was the year that I graduated from high school. And so I'm going to date myself there, but that's a very important year for me. And it was also very important for Bob Proctor. So a little history about Bob. He started in 1961 reading the book Think and Grow Rich. He was given it He was given it by a mentor, and the mentor said, if you read this book every single day, your life will change. That's Think and Grow Rich. And so he did that. And previously to that, he didn't finish high school. He was kind of going nowhere. He owed a lot of money, which he says, I was earning $4,000 a year and owed $6,000. Now this is 1961, so you can extrapolate that. But his mentor, this person that just took him under his wing, gave him this book, Think and Grow Rich, and he decided he was going to do exactly what this mentor told him to do. So through that, he was actually able to open up a cleaning business, cleaning floors, and became very successful doing that. Moved to several different states and even in England doing that floor cleaning business. However, and he was applying the principles in Think and Grow Rich, but he realized that it wasn't fulfilling him. And even though he was a multimillionaire doing that, he wanted more. And he really wanted to teach this information from Think and Grow Rich. So he decided that he wanted to work for another man who was a mentor of his. His name was Earl Nightingale, and he lived in Chicago and ran a business out of there. Earl Nightingale was one of the first people. Well, he and his partner, can't think of his name right now, Nightingale Conan organization, which was the first place that actually distributed personal development books, personal development tapes, books on tapes, things like that. But Earl Nightingale was a fabulous speaker. You can look him up on YouTube and listen to some of his things that he was speaking about back in the 1950s and 60s. And Bob decided he wanted to work for him. So he went and got a job with Earl Nightingale, and eventually went to the top of his sales team and became VP of sales for Earl Nightingale, and did that for 5 years, selling all of his products that he sold through personal development. And then Bob decided, it's time for me to do what I want to do, and I want to do what Earl is doing, but he wanted to do seminars. And Earl didn't want to do seminars. So he said, it's time for us to split ways. And so he went off to start his own business, Bob Proctor Coaching. And so he left Earl Nightingale, hadn't started his business yet, and was sitting in his den in Chicago, Illinois, by himself. And he wrote a goal on a goal card that he wanted to have his business be worldwide in every country of the world. And this was in 1973 when he wrote that goal on a card. And so just 1 month ago, he was sitting in his home and got a call from one of his top people. And they said, are you ready for this? Because we are now in every country of the world. And he finally achieved that goal. just before his 87th birthday, really. And it took 48 years to achieve that goal, to have a business in every country of the world. So if you're here, say hi. Let me know who's here, who's listening. Love to get your input on what you're hearing today. So I decided that I wanted to teach about goals a little bit today and talk about Bob, achieving this goal. He never gave up on that goal, and he's still going strong at 87 years old. And just really, I never know what I'm going to share on the talks with you until either the night before or the morning of, and it always just comes to me. And so today, what I want to share is something that I was studying this morning about goals and listening to Bob, and so that's what I'm going to share. But I want you to think about your own life. Would you be willing to wait 48 years to achieve your goal? Is your goal that strong in you that you could hold it for that long? Have you ever had a goal and given up on your goal? Do you feel disconnected with your current goal? Are you feel like you're flailing around and not really achieving the goals that you want to achieve? And does your goal that you have right now really fill you with desire and passion every single day? Do you even have a goal? For the longest time, I didn't have goals. I heard about them. I knew about them. I really didn't think they were for me. I thought they were for business people or other people. So I never really understood goals. And even when I started learning about goals, I didn't understand them in the way that Bob Proctor teaches them. So the key to reaching your goals is really understanding. And understanding how you work in the world, how the laws of the universe work, how your mind works, and all of this information that Bob teaches is really timeless information. He's been teaching it for 60 years now, and it's the same. It's the same information. And what I love about studying with Bob Proctor, working with Bob Proctor, and teaching his information is that he has a way of taking all of this information and simplifying it, helping us understand it at a level that we can really get it. Sometimes when people go and read Think and Grow Rich, they'll read it and then they'll either stop reading it or they'll never get through it, or they'll read bits and pieces of it, but they don't really do what it says in the book, which is to read it 3 times in a row and start applying the principles in it. Because Think and Grow Rich is a very difficult book to read if you don't have a certain amount of understanding, a certain amount of awareness. And that's why he says read it 3 times in a row, because you have to start letting that information sink in. So I made a few notes about what I was studying with Bob this morning. So I'm just checking to see. So it's all really about vibration. Your goals are on a different level of vibration than where you're living right now. And so it's really important that we understand vibration when we're going to a goal. And so we're often familiar with the phrase, the law of attraction. We've heard that a lot now. The movie The Secret is out. It's fairly popular, the law of attraction. What you put out comes back. What you put out, you attract. But really underlying that law is the law of vibration, because everything vibrates. And so what you think about causes you to feel a certain way. Your feelings cause your body to be in a certain vibration. And then your body takes action in that vibration. And then that vibration is what is attractive. So you're attracting the like vibration. So this is the most important thing I tell people about goal setting, is that in order to change our vibration, we have to learn to ignore or cut ourselves off from our current reality. Our current reality is based on what we've been thinking in the past, what we've been doing in the past. What you have in this very moment today is based on the past. It's based on past thoughts, past feelings, past actions. And in order to get a new result, you have to ignore what you have today, and stop getting involved with your current results. Stop fighting your current results and create a new model, a new way of going to the new goals that you want. So every single day when you get up, you have to cut yourself off from the result that you've created yesterday and the result you're seeing in front of your face. And this is actually very, it takes practice to do that. It takes practice to tell yourself, no, this is where I'm going. This is what I see in front of me, but this is what I want. This is where I'm going. So what happens then is if you're in a negative vibration, what if you wake up and you're not feeling that good? You're feeling really low. The key is that you can learn to switch your mind instantly. Switch the ideas you're holding in your mind. Switch what you're thinking about. Switch what you're focused on. And really control the ideas that are going on in your mind. This is something I'm working on myself right now, because sometimes I will text someone that a negative thing that I'm working on, or a negative reality that I'm experiencing. And I just realized that yesterday. It's like, I'm stopping doing that. I'm stopping myself from doing that, from texting a negative reality that I'm experiencing right now, and only talking about what it is I want and where I'm going, and not giving the negative reality any juice, any attention, because what you focus on expands. We know that. And so if you're focusing on the negative, it's only going to get more for you. So So you can learn to switch that negative in your mind, and switch it really quickly by focusing on what you want, where you're going. And this also takes practice. So one of the reasons why one of the keys, like I said in the beginning, is understanding how to change your vibration. But a lot of times we don't understand how to change our vibration because we don't know how to do that. We don't know what we don't know. And so often then we go into worry and doubt, and we start worrying about the future or doubting that we can do it. And that's really the first step in having a negative vibration. So when you're in worry and doubt about the possibility of your goal, you are never going to reach that goal. It is only by repetition and learning and studying of how goals are achieved, and repeating that consistently in your mind, that you're going to be able to shift your vibration, to be able to create new circumstances and not be affected by your outside world, the reality that you had created. You're going to really make your own circumstances, make your own life. And so you need to learn to move from that worry and doubt and start studying and understanding some of these new principles. So then that ultimately you can move from the emotion of fear to the emotion of faith, and really trust and believe in this process that Bob and I teach, that can help you achieve your goals easily and effortlessly. And speaking of that, he talks about the main way to achieve a goal is not by force. Force negates, and force only works on the physical plane, this plane of your body, the plane that you see yourself, everything you see around you. Force can work in that level, but on the mental plane and on the spiritual plane, where we're going for our goals and we're going for what we want, we have to let it happen. We have to allow our goal to manifest, to come to us. And we have to really be in this place of not knowing that we don't know how, but knowing that we will be given everything we need to achieve the goal. And that's where faith comes into, to have that unwavering faith that once you get yourself in the vibration of your goal has to manifest into physical form. That really is the law. So Let's review these three steps. So number one is you don't want to fight the current reality that you're in. Don't fight the current reality that you're in. You want to cut yourself off from your current reality and only focus on where you're going, what you want, the goal that you're wanting to achieve. And number two is to get really clear and specific about what you want. The universe can't give you what you want if you're not clear and specific about it. So the more clear and specific you can be, the easier it will be for you to attain your goal. And with that clarity and specificity, you then will have more of that desire and that passion to reach that goal. And really, desire is the biggest thing, because we've talked many times about our programming, our conditioning, and having a desire backed by a passion is the only thing strong enough to get you through that negative vibration, the negative programming of the past. So really getting clear and specific about what it is that you want, what it is that you're going for. So you're putting that into the universe. And then thirdly is to let yourself feel it, to allow yourself to be in the goal every single day. How you walk, how you talk, how you act, how you dress, how you show up, how you interact with people is all from the goal achieved, from the person who has already achieved the goal. So if you've listened to me before, we talk about that. Become the woman of your dreams. Become her now, and then you will attract her to you. So those are the three steps. There's many other ways that we can talk about that, but I just wanted to share that little tidbit about getting to your goals, and also just back to Bob Proctor and a little bit about my history. So I've been studying personal development for about 40 years now, and it wasn't until maybe 6 years ago that I met Bob Proctor. I had known about him for a long time. I figured that I already knew what he was teaching and I didn't need to study with him. Little did I know that I was wrong about that. So when I was kind of at a bottom, Bob came into my life about 4 years ago and really offered me this opportunity to learn from him. And I didn't know what I was going to learn. I didn't know that it was going to be the missing piece that I had needed for all of my life. I was such a seeker, always looking for the answers. I didn't know that he would really save me and really teach me exactly what I needed to know in order to have the success that I wanted to have, in order to have the life that I wanted to have. I didn't even know that I kind of needed saving, but I call it saving because it really is like, it's information that you're just never taught. And so when we come from this place of not knowing, this place of ignorance, it's not going to get us what we want. And so we have to start understanding how it is that we work in the world, how it is that the world works, and how we can get exactly what we want. I studied a lot about the body mind and the mind body connection. A lot, like 30 years. And I practiced in that for such a long time. But it wasn't until I started learning what and how Bob teaches that it really started making sense for me. And I can tell you, it's not that it started making sense and then I quit studying. Like I said, I was studying this morning, and I've been studying more and more intently, because as you raise your awareness, you understand more and more about how this works. And so you can study the same material for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you will get more and more out of it the more you study it, because you are going to another level. And as you go to another level, you get more and more from the same information, especially when it's this information that is timeless, that's never changing. The laws of the universe do not change. It's our understanding and being able to apply it that makes all the difference in the world. So at that time, 4 years ago, I just knew that I needed something, and I needed that I wanted to reach my goals and dreams. That the environment that I was in wasn't getting me there, and if anybody could do it for me, it would be Bob Proctor, because I knew that he had a success record that was long. Didn't even really know his entire story. I just when you know, I intuitively knew that he could help me. And so perhaps your life is the next life to be saved, either through the working with me, or working with me in conjunction with Bob Proctor. If you're looking for something and you just don't know how to get it, that's actually good. That's actually good, because you won't know how to get to your goal. And it's learning and understanding that process that helps you get to your goal. So I want to invite you into a class that I'm doing in conjunction with Bob Proctor next week. He's actually doing a workshop called Make a Million Look Small. And I'm kind of dovetailing him on that. And I have a private Facebook group set up for July 12th through the 16th. That's Monday through Friday next week, where you're going to go in and I'll replay the lesson from Bob in that Facebook group. Then I'm going to do a recap, talk about what I've learned. You can come in and ask questions and share your ahas, share your wins, share what you're learning in that Facebook group as well. So I'll put the link below. It's a separate Facebook group from here, Make a Million Look Small with Dr. Shelley. And I'm super excited for that, because anytime I do this for you, I grow more, because it forces me to show up for you, and it forces me to really study at another level, because I'm sharing it with you. So it's super exciting for me. I've been on kind of a deeper dive into my own study in the last 2 weeks, and it's just thrilling. I want to share that with you. I want to help you to really go wherever it is you want to go in your life, to really set yourself free, and to allow yourself to just do you, but to do you at the best and biggest and possible way that you can. The sky's the limit. You've heard there's infinite possibilities. You have unlimited potential. And when you really, really understand that, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And that's exactly why at 87 years old, Bob Proctor is going and going and going, and has no intentions of stopping, because this information is so powerful. He is sharing it with everyone that he can, all over the world. And I'm on the bandwagon with him, sharing from my own perspective, sharing what I know from my 40 years of personal development, plus my work with Bob. So I'm so excited to share that with you today. And if there's no questions, that's all I have to share. I'll share with you the link to the Facebook group, Make a Million Look Small. Feel free to come over and join us to that. I also share it below. It's going to be a great week in that Facebook group, studying with Bob and myself through Make a Million Look Small. Who here wants to make a million or more? Who here wants to make multiple millions in their life? Because you know what? The more money you make, the more people you can help. And most people want to help other people. So the more money you make, the more people you can help. And think about how many people you can make when you're making multiple millions of dollars and having a fulfilling life. We'll go through that with Bob next week. I'm super happy to have you all in Living Powerfully community, and helping each other to go for your goals, and being in the supportive, like-minded environment. This is how we get to where we want to go, by surrounding ourselves with the right kind of people. So thank you so much for being part of Living Powerfully community. And I'll see you next week, Tuesday Live, if not before. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.